What's up guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Karina, and for today's video I'm going to be doing a tattoo and piercings tour. I filmed one of these a couple years back and a lot of people seem to like it, so I figured I'd give you guys a new one because I've actually gotten some new tattoos recently. So I have 11 tattoos and I have 9 piercings. I started getting tattoos and piercings when I was 16. I'm currently 23, so it's been a couple of years. I'm also going to be mentioning how painful each tattoo and piercing was because I know there's probably going to be some people that are curious, so I'm going to be going over everything. So let's just jump right in. I'm going to be starting off with the first tattoo I got. So the first tattoo I got when I was 16, it's literally just a dragon. My boyfriend likes to say it's my jail tat. I'm going to say that the pain on this one was about a 4. I was pretty calm when I was getting it done and it was my first tattoo. The reason that I got this dragon tattoo is because it seems to be a thing in my family. Like my mom has a dragon tattoo, my dad does, my uncle, and I just felt like I needed to get one as well. I just think like dragons are cool and they probably symbolize something. I don't know exactly what, but I just really like the look of it. A lot of the tattoos that I'm going to be showing you guys honestly have no meaning. I am not somebody that believes that every single tattoo needs to mean something. As long as I like it, that's all I give a shit about. So then the second tattoo that I got are these birds right under my collarbone. I actually got this tattoo with my mom. I wanted to get matching tattoos with my mom, so we decided on this one. They're cute, but they're supposed to be doves and they symbolize freedom. And yeah, it was cool. It's definitely a meaningful tattoo. I think it was a really cool experience going with my mom to get, you know, like a tattoo and stuff. And I would say that for pain, this one was like a 3 out of 10. It really didn't hurt. My mom is a lot more bony than I am, and she said that it hurt a lot more than for me. And she does have tattoos, so I don't know if that helps anyone, but mine is like directly under the collarbone, but I'm sure if you were to get it on the collarbone, it would hurt probably like a lot. Alright, so the next tattoo that I got are these zodiac signs. I have the Cancer zodiac, the Gemini, and the Aquarius. So the reason I got this, it was actually for if I'm not mistaken, it was a Friday the 13th deal, and my friend was working at a tattoo shop, and I decided to show up to get some tattoos. At this point in my life, I was kind of in the mindset of like, oh my god, my tattoos need to mean something, because I lived at home and my mom was gonna like whoop my ass if I came home with something crazy. So I got these tattooed for me, my sister, my mom. I'm a Cancer. My sister is a Gemini and my mom is an Aquarius. I was really into the zodiac signs during that time in my life, so that's also another reason why I got it. And I don't regret the tattoo, although as you can probably see in the video, it's pretty faded. So I believe the person that did this tattoo was an apprentice. It kind of is giving apprentice vibes. And as far as pain goes, this one I'd probably give a 5 out of 10. I don't want to say that it was like super painful, but the placement of it was a little bit uncomfortable for me. It stung a bit. And then the next 2 tattoos, I actually got both of these on the same day. So then I decided on getting a 5 on my wrist. A lot of people think it's a 5. It's actually not a 5, but I just say it is because that's what it looks like. But it's supposed to be some type of like gnome, and it represents wisdom. So I just got it, and I also was with one of my friends at the time. That one really, it wasn't bad, honestly. I'd probably give that one a 4 out of 10 in pain. And then the next one that I got is this Japanese character behind my ear. I always forget what side it's on, but I believe it's on this side. Yeah. And it means truth. My pet peeve with this tattoo is that people are always like, how do you know that that's what it means? Listen. We're just gonna say it means truth. So even if it doesn't mean that, it's fine. Like, it's fine. The reason I got it is because I'm someone who speaks their mind. I don't believe in making false narratives or like lying about things. Like, I'm very straightforward and to the point. Like, I've always been that way. Yeah, so I got truth tattooed on me because I'm just a very blunt person. Honestly, this one really did not hurt. Like, this one I could probably say was a 2 out of 10. The only thing I will say that if you do get any tattoos like around, like by your ears, you're gonna get hella goosebumps. Like throughout the whole tattoo, I was covered in goosebumps. Like it wasn't painful, it was just like uncomfortable. I was like this the whole time. I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, it wasn't painful. It was a 2 out of 10. So the next tattoo that I got is my dragon that I have on my left arm. So I got the dragon. It pretty much has the same meaning as the one on my leg, but I wanted something a little bit more detailed. I also kind of have a theme going with my sleeve. I'm doing a Japanese theme. I really like Japanese culture. I love this tattoo. It's probably my favorite one. And for pain, so this tattoo didn't hurt initially, but I was there for like 6 hours getting tattooed. So that's like the only thing that made it hurt. So I would say in the beginning it was like a 4, and then throughout the end it ended up in like a 6. Like, it was just like irritating at that point. Like, I was just kind of over it. And then right after getting the dragon, I went back and I got my koi fish and I got my Japanese letters. So the koi fish is supposed to represent yin and yang. The koi fish just kind of fit the theme that I was going for with the elements. And again, I went to the same tattoo artist and he's amazing. He did a really great job on this one. And then the Japanese letters are supposed to stand for be grateful. I really just like that saying. It's very short. I feel like it's really important to be grateful for where you are in life, to appreciate the people around you and everything else around you. So that's the reason I got it. It was just something to kind of always remind myself in moments when I feel like I'm not doing enough, I feel like I don't have enough. So those 2 tattoos, they were also not that painful. I would say they were about a 5 out of 10. It also took a couple hours. If I'm not mistaken, it took about 3 to 4 hours, so it wasn't too bad. The next tattoo I got is my flower and olive branch on my hand. I will say this probably was my most painful tattoo. The reason I got this tattoo, I was in Florida with my friends, and every time I go to Florida, I kind of make it a thing to get a tattoo now. I decided that I wanted to get a flower and an olive branch. I've seen a lot of people on Pinterest with these type of tattoos. It's a very common thing. And yes, I am basic. I copied other people, but I just thought it was cute and I've always wanted a hand tat. I'm gonna eventually add more to my hand, but for now I'm keeping it as what it is because I don't want to go through that pain again. As far as pain goes, I probably would give this one a 7 out of 10. So the whole thing wasn't bad. It was only painful when I got like onto my hand. Like where I'm still on the wrist area, it's not that bad. But when you get to your hand, that's where it starts hurting. And also it's probably because I'm pretty bony. Like my hands are very bony. And then the most recent tattoos that I got are on my right arm. I'm going to be doing patchwork, so I've just been kind of adding random things to my arm. So these 3 tattoos were for a flash sale for Friday the 13th. And I went with my friends. I have a vlog about it if you guys want to check it out. It's the previous video. And we went for Friday the 13th. I have been wanting a tattoo. I think it had been about a year, maybe a year and a half since I've gotten a tattoo. And I got these about like 2 weeks ago. The first tattoo I got is some lips, I guess. Like I don't really know how to describe it. It's this. So yeah, you get the visual. It's like a vampire biting its lip. Thought it was cute. There's no meaning to it. As far as pain goes, I'd probably give that one a 5 out of 10. For some reason, it kind of hurt. Like, I don't know if it's because it's been a while, but I was sitting there and I was like, oh my god. Well, not sitting there. I was laying there and I was like, wow, this low-key hurts. But it wasn't super bad. Yeah, it was just a little uncomfortable. And then the next tattoo I got is my little Chinese cat. The reason I got this tattoo, aside from the Friday the 13th sale, I got it because it actually represents good luck. And I also really love cats. I have 3 cats. I wanted something a little bit bigger, so that's why I placed it there. This one really didn't hurt. I'd probably give this one like a 4 out of 10. If you watch the previous video, you'll see I was chilling throughout the whole like thing. So the last tattoo that I have is a knife with a skull on it. This is the last one I got on the Friday the 13th, and this one has no meaning. I literally just got it because I wanted to spend a certain amount of money, and those 2 kind of added up. And also I thought it was pretty cool. I wanted something that was actually Halloween related. I love Halloween, as you can see by my decoration. As far as like pain goes, that one definitely was a 5 out of 10. It wasn't super painful. It definitely did hurt a little bit more than the cat did. It was bearable, and it's also really small, so that could also be part of the reason. And now we're gonna go over all of my piercings. So I have 9 piercings. We're gonna start with the ears because those are the most common. I have 2 on the lobe, and then I have my tragus pierced. I literally got this pierced with my friends. I was like, I want to get another piercing. And they were like, oh, why don't you just get your tragus? So I just got it. And then I was like, wow, this is not as painful as everyone made it sound like. I think I have a high pain tolerance because honestly it didn't hurt. I would probably give that a 3 out of 10. When I was there, it was so quick. But I feel like piercings are usually fast, so they don't hurt as bad. Obviously the lobes, most people have them, they don't hurt. I'd probably give it like a 2 out of 10. It hurts initially and then it's fine. And then on my other ear, I also have 2. I used to have so many more, but all of them closed. But for now I have 2. And then I have 2 nose piercings. I have a stud and I have a hoop. So I had one for a while, and then when I went and got my tragus, I also got my nose. So I got those 2 on the same day. My nose piercing was about like a 4 out of 10. It wasn't really painful. The next piercing I have is my belly piercing. I've literally had my belly piercing since I was 16 as well. It was a little slow, like, to get pierced. It didn't really hurt bad. I'd probably give that one a 3 out of 10. I've had it pierced twice. And then the last piercing I have is I have my tongue pierced. So my tongue piercing, I've actually always wanted a tongue piercing ever since I was in high school. I was like, oh my god, like they're so cool. Like I want to get a tongue piercing. I one day was talking to my mom. I was like, I should get my tongue pierced. And my mom was like, you know what? Like we should get our tongues pierced. And I was like, so I went with my mom and my friend to go get my tongue pierced. We were both supposed to get them done, but the piercing shop that we went to, they only had one needle left. So my mom was like, damn. I was like, well, sucks, mom. I'm gonna get it pierced. So I went in, and honestly, I was a little bit nervous because it's your freaking tongue. So when I was getting it done, it really did not hurt. Like I was so surprised. Like I was sitting there nervous, like scared. It was so fast. Like it just went in. And that was it. So for that one, I'd give it a 4 out of 10. Honestly, I'm not even kidding. It did not hurt. It was not bad at all. I think that's it. So those are all of my tattoos and piercings. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave me a like. And if you want to see any other future videos from me, be sure to leave me a comment. And as always, I'll see you guys in my next video.